Hey Sagittarius, it's Rose from Sacred Waters Tarot, here to bring you your timeless reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising Venus. And of course, my beautiful cross watchers, you know the drill around here, especially if you are subscribed to my channel. You can find out a lot of information about Sagittarius, about your person, especially if there's limited contact, no communication at all, or ghosting going on between you and Saggy. Just keep in mind, everyone, this is a general reading. Not everything I say will resonate with all of you. Only take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else, and go on about the reading. Now, with that being said, if this video has found you, if my channel has found you, welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing. Please like, please share with a loved one. Comment below, guys. Let me know how this resonates with you and your situation. If you don't want to comment, I understand. Please consider leaving me your favorite emoji. All of this helps my channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Guys, in the comments section, I'll have linked to the top all the ways to book a personal reading with me, and I'd love to hear from you and read for you. So now let's get into your timeless reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Crosswatcher. Spirit, what are the messages for my beautiful, fiery little Saggies, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Crosswatcher? Spirit, what are the messages for my Sagittarius? Sagittarius, what is going down in Sagittarius? What are the messages for my beautiful Sagittarius, fiery Saggies, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Crosswatchers, please, Spirit? All right, guys, let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on. Saggies, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Crosswatchers of Saggy. The recent past regarding your current energy, we have the Page of Wands in the upright position. So this is a great, cute little message to see in the recent past regarding your reading. You might have gotten a cute little message from one of your children, or you might have had a really nice dream, or you could have had like some kind of thought of inspiration that's inspired you to do something. Even though this reading is timeless, I'm recording this reading during eclipse season, and sometimes things from the past can come up that we forgot about, things that gave us joy, things that gave us happiness, things that we were passionate about doing, no matter what it was. Or it could have just been a message that came through either from in your inbox, DMs, social media, and it was a lighthearted, a little passionate, cute, little warm and fuzzy little message coming through. It could also be from spirit. So it's all good. It's all positive, and it's definitely fiery energy. So a little spark, a little fire, a little fun, that's all good, right? Let's see what's going on in the current energy. Ooh, nice. The Hierophant. Strong sign of Taurus and also Aries, okay? The High Priest is a very highly spiritual card. It speaks of spiritual institutions. It speaks of a man of God. It's a divine masculine energy. Like I said, it can be a place of worship or just like a huge corporation, or it can just be someone that you listen to for guidance. It can be your relationship with someone, a man of God, or it can be your husband. It can be if you have a religious or spiritual husband. But this is really positive to see. It can speak of the institution of marriage. Maybe some of you are thinking about getting married or thinking about the current state of your marriage, right? And with the High Priest in the current energy being upright, it's very positive, especially with the Page of Wands here. It can be that you have a child with somebody and now you're thinking about getting married, or vice versa. Swap it up, flip it, reverse it for your situation, because it is a general reading. But you can be involved with a Taurus. Taurus is very stable, grounded energy, divine masculine energy, beautiful. Let's see what's going on in the future. And here we have chaos coming up in the future. So here we have some passion, some creative spark, tradition of marriage, talk about marriage, talk of spirituality, higher levels of commitment, and then we have chaos. So this could be that you're planning on taking your marriage or your relationship to the next step. Maybe you're taking your spirituality to the next step. Maybe you're changing religions or changing beliefs, changing where you go to worship, or how you worship. God is found within. I always say that on this channel. And maybe you decided that maybe you're gonna. That's interesting. What just came up. Some of you are redecorating your home to look more like a place of worship, as like a style That's going to be specific for, some of you, not all of you. It's specific for some of you. Let me know in the comments. But in the future, we do have chaos. That goes right along with redecorating your home, fixing your home, trying to be maybe more traditional, more spiritual, maybe more cathedral looking, or whatever it is. Maybe that was that spark. Maybe some of you were into decorating at one point or being creative in your home, and you decided to pick it up again, and now you want to bring it to the next level, and everything's fine and dandy now, but in the future it looks like you come into some chaos, and that goes with the territory. So let's just see what this is. Hopefully it's nothing too drastic or dramatic, okay? The moon reversed. So, you're finding out something regarding a female. It could be your mother, something about your mother you didn't know. Maybe something about the relationship you have with your mother, and maybe your mother's marriage. If she was married to your father, maybe somebody else. But you're finding something was hidden from you, kept hidden from you. Strong sign of Cancer and also Pisces. So you could have Cancer strongly in your chart. You could have Pisces moon possibly. But I'm going to clarify. Let's clarify the Page of Wands and the High Priest. So we do have divine masculine and divine feminine energy here. Okay? Whether the moon is reversed or not, it's still divine feminine because it's the moon. Okay? The star, wow, this is very spiritual. This is like ascending, The star, strong sign of Aquarius. Check your moon sign, guys. My moon is in Aquarius, so I love to see this card. But I mean, this card is good for anyone. You could have been. I feel like maybe some of you like decided to get your groove back in some capacity. Maybe you weren't feeling good. Maybe you put on a few pounds, and maybe you wanted to do something like redecorate your home, change around your home. Add a little flavor to your home, and it's actually healing you. But I feel like something with healing, maybe you're making your home look more, the aesthetics look more like a spa, or looks more like a sanctuary, and it's very healing, and it's very like you play this beautiful exotic music. That's what I'm seeing, that's what I'm feeling. Whatever it is that you're doing, you could be actually, ascending spiritually, as far as like maybe you're becoming a Reiki master and you were a practitioner. Maybe you're going beyond Reiki and becoming a shaman. Maybe you're becoming, shamanistic is definitely coming out here. Shamanism, or, divine feminine, definitely the star is definitely feminine here. But it's linked so well with this high priest energy, this Hierophant energy, man of God energy. So, I feel like the star, she definitely knows that God is found within. And she definitely knows that walking barefoot in the grass is a way to ground and protect your energy and to heal. So I feel like this is definitely like more Age of Aquarius, still in traditional form, which is good. It's organized, it's traditional. Maybe you have a certain way of doing things and it's working out for you very well. But maybe you're finding out more about yourself, Sagittarius. This could be more self-discovery, with the moon here. I mean, something can be about your mother if something has come up. But I feel like this is maybe like, I don't know what the relationship you have with your mother. Maybe it was tainted somehow. Maybe there's arguments somehow and you healed that. Maybe your mother is like a covert narcissist. Maybe your mother was abusive to you when you were younger. And you're healing from that. This could be, the Page of Wands could be you doing some inner child healing, inner child work. It's very interesting here. It could be many things, Sagittarius. This is an interesting reading. I'm going to figure out what this chaos is. But yes, something either about your mother or the way you are as a mother. Maybe you're not a mother. Maybe you're thinking about... some of you definitely are mothers here with the Page of Wands. You might have an Aries child. Let me know in the comments. Let me see what this chaos is all about here. Five of Swords. Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it looks like it's like whatever you're doing in the home, it looks good, it feels good, but there's a lot to do. And you might feel like shifting things around. I mean, that is definitely a form of self-care. I want to talk about it. When we declutter, it's like a spiritual act. It's a cleansing ritual. It does so many things for us spiritually. But maybe you're going through things that are like, you weren't expecting to find, things you were holding on to, and you're kind of like overwhelmed with all the stuff that you accumulated throughout the years, and now you want to change things around, and it's causing friction and chaos in the house. Could be you discovered something about your mother that you had in the house. It triggered some memories and it's causing some agitation. You're starting to feel like, I work so hard to get this way. I work so hard to achieve this goal. I work so hard to get through my childhood wounds, healing my inner child. And, I feel a sense of self and a sense of, connection with God and the higher realms. But something is triggering something else. So somebody could be leaving the home, or you could be leaving the home, having to leave the home. It doesn't have to be forever, but there's something chaotic going on in the home, which is making you feel like your house is not a home. So we go from healing and spirituality to some chaotic energy here with the Four of Wands in reverse. I'm getting Aries energy here, okay? It can be that construction in the home has gotten so chaotic that you just don't even want to go home anymore. Like when contractors are there, everyone's there all day long. It's like at night you're just like, where the hell are my slippers? Something like that. Where are my slippers? Where are Sagi's slippers? But we'll see. We'll see what this is. Ooh, Three of Cups. Now this is definitely a beautiful reading. It's definitely more good than bad for sure. The Three of Cups speaks about a celebration. When I see the Three of Cups with the High Priest, I want to say you just celebrated something. It's definitely, a good card to see. It's three maidens celebrating, cheers, something. Can be, your engagement, can be anything. Losing weight, you're celebrating losing weight. Fixing your home. Definitely you're in a celebratory energy. But something chaotic is going to come up in the home. Okay, now this does happen. When we change things around and we go through a spiritual awakening and, all of that good stuff, it can be uncomfortable, especially if you're reorganizing your home during a spiritual awakening, Sagittarius. I know how you guys are, Saggy. You're very fiery and you like to do a million things at once, but sometimes it gets a little too chaotic. So we'll see. But the Three of Cups is definitely a celebration. It's a very good card to see. It doesn't mean third party bad. It means third party good. Okay. So yeah. Let's see what else is going on here, Spirit. Oh, wow. Six of Pentacles. Very good, giving and receiving. There's good flow in the home. There's good energy in the home. Everyone's happy. But there's something chaotic that's causing someone to possibly leave the home for a short amount of time. But it looks like you do have help, you do have assistance. Maybe you have children, pets, whatever, but you do have help, you do have assistance. So I don't know really why this Five of Swords energy and the Four of Pentacles and Four of Wands energy is here reversed, which means an unhappy home. Chaos in an unhappy home. Ace of Cups. New love. Sagittarius, if you guys are wondering, if your person loves you, the answer is yes. If you're wondering if there's any third party trying to come into this marriage and ruin things, the answer is no. Okay? So I'm not really sure why you're going from being healed and being comfortable in your own skin and having good energy and this high levels of commitment and equal give and take. Why are you not happy? This could be actually Sagittarius, and this could also be for my cross watchers here. Like I said, this could be the energy of your mother. Your mother could be jealous of you. Maybe nobody ever saw it your whole life. Whoever you have friends and family, maybe they never saw it. And when behind closed doors, she might have been different. Maybe some of them did see and they knew what you went through. But I feel like you healed that inner child wound. You healed the mother wound. but your mother might be the one sending you chaotic energy because she's jealous of all that you have. Okay, that's what I'm picking up with the moon reverse here. Um, but you have love from your person. You have equal give and take from your person. But there's arguments going on, and I feel it has to do with the relationship that you have with your mother. But there's a lot of love here, a lot of love, and renewal of love. You know, it is thundering and lightning out there. So that's definitely confirmation from spirit. Let's see what this is here. Judgment reversed. Scorpio energy. You guys could be born on the cusp of Scorpio and Sag, but however, I don't feel that the Scorpio energy belongs to you. I feel like maybe in Scorpio season, which is not that far away, even though this is a timeless reading, there could be, bad energy. You hear something bad happening to somebody because they were sending you bad energy, and it went back to sender, not to you. Because I'm seeing, the people here. The people here don't look that healthy. They look like they need assistance. Here, you don't need assistance. And we know that your marriage is intact and your relationship is intact and everyone's happy. There's no one trying to get at your man, no one trying to get at your woman. Swap it up, flip it, reverse it. I do believe this is a traditional marriage. If it's not a traditional marriage, like actually legally, it's like a marriage. Under the eyes of God and Goddess, it's a divine feminine, divine masculine energy. But there is the strong sign of this matriarch or lack of matriarchal energy here. I feel like it could be your person's mother, but I feel like the mother energy, the mother wound energy is more attached to you than it is to your person. With the Judgment card here in reverse, like I said, Scorpio energy. If somebody's sending you negative energy, you're so high vibration, it's going back to this person. So I feel like a lot of you, it's your mother, could possibly be an older sister or mother-in-law. Let me see here. Page of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed. Yeah, I feel like what this is saying is that I feel like your mother doesn't want you to have any more happiness. Like, I think she feels like she's jealous and envious of what you have. She doesn't want you to have any more money, any more prosperity, any more children, something like that. But I feel like there's something really wrong with her with this Page of Cups energy in the reverse. Your mother may be regressing, and she's becoming depressed, and she's becoming, being held under judgment under God, because Spirit doesn't like this, especially when we have the Star and the High Priest, the Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles here, Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, all this good energy, chaos, bad energy being sent your way to your home. However she's doing it, but I feel that she's going to eventually have to stop because she's going to start to feel the wrath of her. And, people think that, especially if you have mother issues, right? And it's being talked about a lot, and, it's not accepted anymore, especially Generation X. Some of us were raised by narcissistic, abusive mothers. And we realize now that that's not okay, and that we don't need to accept it. We don't need to forgive them, for all that they've done to us. They will eventually pay that karma. But however, the narcissist doesn't believe in karma. They don't believe that karma will ever get to them. Well, guess what? It's getting to them. And it really has nothing to do with you, Sagittarius. Spirit is telling you, cross-watcher, this could be your energy. So swap it up, flip it, reverse it for your situation with your mother, okay? Because I feel like I'm speaking to many people who have a situation, a problem with their mother, on and off, but not really so on, more off. But for whatever reason, maybe you've got, like I said, you've healed the wound and you've gotten your mother out of your life, and you have strong alliances, you have great partnerships with other women. So you are divine feminine. She's not divine feminine. I don't think she ever was. That could have been the problem as you were growing up. Now that you have your own family and your own life, and you're doing well and you're looking great, she's spewing venom still. And what that's doing is it's she's regressing, whether she's aging rapidly due to karma, because that can happen. You know, when you keep sending out negative energy, it comes back to you threefold. Here we have the threefold law right here, the law of three, to remind us that, you know, whatever energy we send out, we're going to get it back threefold. Whether it's good energy or bad energy, it's going to come back to us. Nobody is exempt from that. Nobody is exempt from karmic law. Nobody. Okay? So I feel like that's what's going on, but Spirit is saying, listen, you know, it's not your fault if something's happening to her, something she's going through something traumatic. You didn't do anything. You were actually a victim at one point, and now you're out of that victim stage and you're, you know, living your life, but she's still sending you negative energy, which could be causing arguments for no reason. So she could have even like sending you energy, making you think that your partner is not faithful and he's not trustworthy. He absolutely is, 100%. So this is confirmation. If you thought that your mother was sending you negative energy, the energy is yes. And I'm going to pull some other cards here that I have. Bless my coin cards to see what good. Ooh. This just stepped right out. Let me see. Winning money, lottery, good fortune. Wow. Hey, listen, if you haven't been playing the lotto, you should, Sagittarius, okay? Because this just flipped out. I hardly ever use this deck, okay? And this just flipped out, okay? So this could be, you know, you could have won the lottery already, or you could have had a lot of money, come into a lot of money and inheritance, something like that, and good fortune is upon you. And it shows that I see it here, and that could be why she's suffering, because she's very jealous and envious of that, you know? A lot of people are, and sometimes... Oh my God. This came out here, and it goes right here. So this message is not for you. This would be for your mother or mother-in-law, whoever is against you. Odds are not in your favor in legal matters. So, you know, she could be facing some legal problems. That would be the bad karma, legality, karmic law. So in this case, I'm seeing it as karmic law. Things are not going in her favor because of the negative energy she's sending you, Sagittarius. So, you know, like I said, yeah, the Spirit's saying, you know, it's not your circus, not your monkey. You had to separate yourself from this. You suffered enough, and now that you're finally happy, you know, unfortunately, you're going to hear about her paying her karma, and she's going to have legal matters, or matters, you know, bad luck with, you know, between her and God, if she even believes in God. You need to take some time off. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here. That's a message for you, Sagittarius. You need to take some time off and really allow yourself to trust again. Know that it's safe to be happy. It's okay to be happy. Happiness can last a long time. You deserve this. Luck is on your side. You're not the cause of her demise. That's between her and God. There's nothing you can do about that. Okay, your relationship with the divine is very on point, and you're very connected. So you need to take some time off and just kind of like take some time to smell the flowers, walk barefoot through the grass, smell the roses, walk in the rain. It's a beautiful experience, actually, as long as you have an umbrella. You know, do something nice for yourself. Take some time off and have some self-care and enjoy your beautiful surroundings, and know that everything is fine and everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to be. There's nothing that you need to do. Okay, so this is a beautiful reading, Sagittarius. I'm going to stop it right here. I'm not going to pull any more cards because this was so beautiful, and this was very telling and very specific, but Spirits definitely has a very specific message for you. You don't need to feel like you need to save your mother. Your mother has to save herself at this point. Or if this is your mother-in-law, the same situation applies, okay? But your marriage is intact, your relationship is intact, and all is well, okay? I'm sending you so much love and light, many, many blessings. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.